All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to today's Daily Peak, the daily series where I play that day's peak daily, where I attempt to reach the peak of today's peak. Why am I getting messages? Oh, it's just the mobile live dashboard. Okay. Hey, Digi. I am out here trying to convince a transgender woman to learn how to double jump. Yes. She said she weighs 2 feathers, and I was like, hold on, why are you trying to become a muscle mommy? You could learn to double jump. Hurt. Hurt spam. Also, I suggested becoming a free runner, and she said have done. So now I need videos. I need videos of this for animation practice. No other reason. Imagine I'm like coughing up blood. No other reason. I need to get more agile. I would love to be very agile. I'm just so big. Sorry, in case you guys are wondering the shit I'm dysphoric about, given that I'm cool with my voice as is. It's physical. I'm 6 foot. I am 6 foot, 8 million pounds. Visibly American. These are the things that my brain flags. I'm actually very proud of my voice. But most people don't expect that. And it's like, no, it's just my build that I have a problem with. I would like to start working out consistently, but whenever I try to work out, I always end up with like some flavor of minor injury that lasts longer than it should. And that like happens consistently. Like I'll pull something or whatever, or I won't work hard enough, and everyone's like, you are not gonna do anything at that rate. I've been given the impression that proper workouts are like driving a train into a wall. This is probably not true, but like pretty universally, that is my experience. The best like physical fitness situation I was in. Oh yeah, I don't have a lot of space to do VR stuff either, which is why I haven't been doing nearly as much VR stuff. Is I have like 3 square feet of play area in this room. Yeah, no, it's one of those like I would absolutely love to get specifically agile is my thing. I want to learn how to double jump. I don't know. I'm going over my personal understanding of the various superpowers which are accessible to different transgender archetypes. And it's like transgender women can double jump and have fucking technopathy. Non-binary people can shapeshift and time travel. I don't know what trans men have. Determination? In case anyone's curious, I am referencing different pieces of media with every single one of those abilities I just listed. Specifically, fucking Celeste, and fucking She-Ra. And then In Stars in Time, and then She-Ra again, and then Undertale, depending on what fan theories you think are true. This is helpful conceptually. It's just that one of my big things is, I mean, I'm looking for, like, agility. I'm looking to be lithe. Because I would like to be able to jump high, is my main thing. I would like to be able to fall long distances without hurting myself. Free running, basically. I'm just kind of very into free running videos, and it's the one major, like, workout type thing that I would super be into. I love that I have died on shorter falls than that. You know, because fall damage is based on acceleration and airtime. So if you grab onto the wall, even though you're accelerating a lot, and then you get off of the wall, you've had, like, very little airtime. Yes, I am using a full med kit for a sliver of health. I have a habit of just not using them, so... Yeah... I'm having the fun thing of, there is an off chance that my body is, like, mush. That I am some form of slime. And this makes me go, well... Slime probably shouldn't do, like, strength training, right? This feels like an unwise thing to expect a puddle to do. But yeah, I haven't successfully found a thing that's like, hey, this is what pedals do. Pedals? Puddles. Hey, do you want to fucking accountability buddy that? Because we could totally do that. If we're both looking to start a routine. We could just, like, just need to figure out, like, a day. Yeah. If we just met up to do shit, like, regularly enough, I do feel like we would both become unstoppable. Right. I tried that already. With our forces combined, we can overcome moderate executive dysfunction. By the way, I'm cracking a Lost and Found Energy Blue Rush. That's right, they don't even, like, pretend it's a real flavor. It's just Blue Rush. This shit's blue flavored. It is a good flavor. But yeah, I also need to work harder on getting fucking applications in. Because again, I'm stalling. I keep having bad luck with traumatic events happening. But like, traumatic events happen all the time in my life. Really, I should be used to them by now. Sorry, I started to say that out loud, and then I realized how fucking ridiculous it was. I get traumatized all the time. I shouldn't need a break. I'll just build up my trauma tolerance. One of those fun things of like, oh yeah, there really isn't like a great way to fucking sit here and be like, oh yeah, no, I can just build up a tolerance to close friend wants to kill themselves. Me clasping hands with my girlies. We have to become the red dots on the plane that wins arguments. Don't you want to be part of the plane that wins arguments? Do we all know what I'm referring to when I say the plane that wins arguments, by the way? Hold on. Let me pull up the picture of the plane that wins arguments. Yes, that is what I am referring to. Let me just... Can I add, like, a thing? Can I drag it in from Wikipedia? I can? Where'd it go? Oh, it was just in my temp. There we go. Plane that wins arguments. So, story goes, it's World War II, and folk are like, okay, this is the damage pattern on all of the planes, that are coming back, you know? So obviously we should be reinforcing, these areas because that's where they get shot a bunch. And then a mathematician points out, no, those are the areas that are getting hit, and the pilots are still, like, they're hit, but they're still able to fly to come back. What you should be reinforcing is the areas that haven't been hit, because when those bits get hit, the planes don't come back. Right? And then I remember seeing, a photo a while back of, like, a tweet or whatever, and they were like, oh yeah, fucking every trans woman I know is one of the strongest and bravest people I've ever met. And then someone responds with a picture of the survivorship bias plane, implying that any trans woman who was not strong and brave probably died. Shrug. Yeah, plane that wins arguments. The reason you meet so many mentally resilient trans women, is because the ones that aren't mentally resilient aren't in a position for you to meet them. Why do I have so many notifications? Max is sending me messages. Anyway. I am vibing. Apparently I called a friend of mine dog earlier, because I guess I was tired. And, like, had a bit of a flat affect, so, because I was at work. So I fucking just, like, someone said hi in a chat, and I was just like, hi, dog. Which, like, I'm not wrong. That motherfucker's a puppy boy. But, like, still, I probably didn't need to say it like that. I'm screaming and crying and pissing and shitting. Alright, we're at the tropics. Death is real now. You know what? I can probably eat this trail mix right now. It's not really a meaningful boost. Blech. Ooh, I've got a, the last Shadow Realms event I will ever be attending, more than likely, in like an hour and a half. Because some of the prospectors wanted to do a group screenshot, so I'm gonna do my best to be there. And it's like 2:30 today. I already did that video, which was like a base tour. So most of the like content of the base is preserved. All that file corruption is weird as hell. I was informed that it's probably just because I hadn't cleared my cache in a while, which I guess makes sense. Like, it's barely been any time. My power keeps going out. My fucking uptime record is I'm never matching that shit. With this rate of power outages? How am I ever going to get back to the fucking 5,000 hours of uptime? Sorry. It takes work to keep a straight face when I say that shit. Oh, by the way, I keep seeing animatics of a song on the interwebs, and the only thing I remember about it is there's some bit that makes a reference to shooting people and they go bang bang, like in a really cheerful way. It's not the loaded shotgun one. It's a different one. I think the next line is "I love America" or something. and someone was like trying to call out some animator for using it because it was like American propaganda or whatever. Um, and the animator responded, "Bestie, it's a show about it's a song about the demon of war loving how good America is at killing people." The fact that it's in an upbeat tone doesn't mean it's positive. Heart emoji. Hey, when the fucking demon god of war is happy, generally speaking, you should be sad. I just like seeing the internet fully lacking in any flavor of like media literacy. And it's like, I get that there's no way to make an anti-war movie, to quote that one fucking either reviewer or philosopher. I do not know which title they preferred. Because if you want to make a watchable movie, it's going to be pro-war on accident because there is like a culture of OMG, look at how cool that violence is, you know? The steps you need to make a good movie involve glorifying violence just inherently. Because otherwise it's unwatchable. But also, I feel like there should be recognition beyond, like, oh my god, the song says the phrase, I love America. Ah, shoot. I'm living. I'm surviving. Sorry. I'm a little tired and shit, because I had work. Which went fine. In case anyone's curious. It went just okay. That mushroom didn't go anywhere near where I wanted it to. I'll use it. It's still, like, fine. It's just, like, way lower than I want it. Hey, how's it going, Bark? Nice to see ya. Bleh. By the way, happy Mother's Day, if any of you are mothers. I don't quite know what my viewership is like, but, you know. Not enough people tune in for me to have any kind of, like, demographic statistics. Will I be able to make it this far in this spot again? Not quite sure what you mean there. I mean, I've gotten past the tropics before. I have summited 33 times, most of those being on Ascent 7. But, like, we'll see. I don't know, stuff happens. Can I stand here? I can. Whee. Oh, definitely, yeah. No, that's why I've only summited 33 times in this series. There's, like, well over 200 episodes of this series. I haven't been doing the Daily Peak for a full year yet, but we're getting close, I think. Ow. 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 That's not ideal. Okay. No progressing without that. Shame that I couldn't put off using it for longer, but, you know. Is the crewmate about to show up? Bark? Okay. I'm just having the moment of, like, are you the person that's been doing the crewmate account? Is this... Are you about to bring back the crewmate thing? Sorry, not to use the flattest affect in the world. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Yeah. I have no idea who that was still. I mean, I know the fucking crewmate and Duck were probably the same person. The fucking Duck who wants grapes. And there were like a couple other annoying variants of various things. What? I fucking love these poison vines, let me tell you. Like, okay, it doesn't look like it, because it is a series of incredibly spiky vines. But this is actually one of the safest places on this entire mountain to fall. Why is that? Well, the spiky things reset your momentum. So when you fall on one, you end up taking a lot less damage than you would otherwise. And as a skeleton, you take no damage because you're a skeleton and don't take poison, you know? But like if you notice, it pushes you away. Which means it changes your momentum. I mean, maybe. Probably, really. I think I've been sitting around doing too much philosophy. Feeling really thankful that I got a Book of Bones in that last reward. Well, I do a lot of talking about philosophy. I am a philosopher if you don't look too close. Or rather, I am a philosopher in the same way that anyone who has an opinion is. But, like, I have several times just sat here and posed the question, okay, why is murder bad? You know, why do we dislike murder? And, like, made my own cases, obviously. But it is one of those questions that a lot of people forget to consider. You know, you can accept that premise really easily, and realize that you don't have any reasoning behind it. And it's like, sure, yes, murder is bad, don't murder people. But if you don't know why it's bad... Oh, yeah, drank a soda even though I'm a skeleton. Being a skeleton makes you immune to harmful effects. So, like, anything that would reduce your stamina, with the sole exception of, item weight. And at a drawback, when you fall, you take, like, 8 million times more damage, from any source of brute damage. Brute, like, brute force. I will say, I have posited the twin positions of, you know, murder is bad and murder is morally neutral on this series. Both of which I do believe. So, religious seven deadly sins arguments for why murder is bad. Fair. I will accept this argument. Because it is at least an argument. I have come up with people who have just been like, I don't know why murder's bad, actually. And then just, like, walked away, continuing to hold that, you know? Granted, with the argument that murder is bad because it is empowering these sins. Yeah. What happens when one of those sins is not the reasoning behind the murder? And yeah, as you said, without malice, it becomes manslaughter. Or it becomes a crime of passion. Or it is war. You know, the soldier likely doesn't feel much in the way of wrath for the people he's killing. Because ultimately it is the fault of the warmonger that all of these killings are occurring. See, you can sit there and it's like, yeah, the paladin is fine, but the church is corrupt. My argument is that, as a person who is largely not religious, my main argument is that I like to think of, like, we should structure societies around ensuring that everyone has a say, or that everyone has, like, a choice to make. Like, in any case where a meaningful choice is made, everyone affected should be able to have their say in exactly what choice is made and all that. So in a lot of these cases, I am, like, optimizing a system for agency. And to kill another person is the ultimate removal of agency. This person will never make another choice again, you know? And as such, they will never do another thing again. They could do good things, make good choices in the future. If they're dead, they don't get the opportunity to do that. But I also say, yeah, that is either a killing in self-defense or a manslaughter, usually. But yeah, and that is another reason why I say murder can be morally neutral. Because, yes, you hit the point of, like, hey, this is a person who can no longer contribute anything to society anymore. You've removed the agency from a person, and the agency is the best part. I've made this argument more eloquently in the past, I swear. But if that person was trying to remove agency from other people, and your killing has stopped that, or if it was between your ability to choose and theirs, then yeah, you're not wrong for optimizing for your own ability to make choices. to defend yourself is just the kind of default expectation in my mind. Part of why I think everyone should get input is because, you know, everyone should have the chance to defend their opinion and their self. So it's like, the taking away of agency is bad, but is it still bad if the reason you're doing it is to prevent the agency of more people being taken away? You also hit the point of, what if you're wrong? In terms of, like... Yeah, I think I am, like, killing a person who is going to kill more people. But you don't know that until they've done it, is the thing. I don't know. Is murder bad? Very interesting, philosophical topic. Oh yeah, no. The fucking World War II. Yeah, no, it was justified in some sense. I would prefer it, definitely, if the war part didn't have to happen. But it's probably better that it did than it didn't. You know, stopping that whole situation. And I will decline to comment on the activities of the nation I am currently in. Because I think if I do, I might get arrested. Skelly girl. Hell yeah. Hey, Max. This feels like too many tornadoes. I'm not loving how this situation's turning out here. Shit. I may be dead. Yep. Oh, I am doing my best to get away from my current country. Applying to schools in Germany, mostly. And I am very sorry. Bark, I'm not about to fall asleep. You're about to fall asleep. Ugh. I'm awake, I swear. Oh, hey, construction noise. You love to hear it. Hell yeah. I am thinking about a trip sometime in June, but I haven't actually, like, planned anything out concretely. So we'll see. But yes, thanks to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate everyone's viewership. And as Bark said, I will see all of you guys next time. In case I don't see ya. I don't remember... See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and goodbye. That's how the quote goes.